Today friends, we are going to study how to solve linear equations in one variable. This is the chapter of standard 8. It is in state board, also it is in CPSC and also it is in ICSC. So we are going to see how to solve linear equations in one variable. It is in standard 7 also and 8 also. So let's see. First I will tell you what is meant by linear equation. If I have written an equation like this, then what is the power of variable in the first term? 3. And what is the power of variable in the second term? 1. So highest power is 3. It is called as degree of the equation. So degree of this equation is 3. If I write an equation like this, then what is the power of x here? 2, 5 and 3. So highest power is 5. So we say that the degree is 5. If I write an equation like this, then the power is 2, here the power is 1. So maximum power is 2. We say that the degree is 2, and this degree 2 equation is called as quadratic equation, which we will be studying in standard 9 and 10. Quadratic equation is degree 2. And if I write an equation like this, 6x plus 7 equal to 8x minus 9. So maximum power of a variable is 1 only. Then we call it as linear equation. And because it has only one variable x, so we say that it is a linear equation in one variable. So now let's see how we are going to solve the examples of this type. So I am going to take first exercise of NCERT 2.1. First question, x minus 2 is equal to 7. So I am going to tell a simple method here. You have two methods which are explained in the book. For example, what we do here is we want to find the value of x. So we have x minus 2 in our question. So what we do is we add 2 to both sides so that this minus 2 gets cancelled. So we add 2 on both sides, and therefore the minus 2 plus 2 gets cancelled and we get the answer as x equal to 9. But we are not going to do this method. We will be doing this method which I am going to tell you now. In this method what we do is we transpose the term with x to the other side of the equation, to the other side of equal to. So here we have x equal to 7. We are going to transpose this minus 2 to the other side. So minus 2 becomes plus 2. We get the answer as x equal to 9. So this is the answer, x is equal to 9. Second question, let's see. Y plus 3 is equal to 10. We want to find the value of y. So what we will be doing? We will transpose this 3 to the other side. We won't change the sign of any other number. See, in the first question also, when it was minus 2, we took it to the other side of equal to and we changed only the sign of minus 2. It became plus 2. Similarly here plus 3 will become minus 3 and we will get the answer y is equal to 7. Next example, question number 3. It is 6 is equal to z plus 2. 6 equal to z plus 2. So let's solve this question. We have to find the value of z. So I am going to take this 2 to the other side. Z will remain as it is, 6 will remain as it is. The sign of 2 will change. It was adding here, so it will go to the other side and it will get subtracted. So we get the answer as z equal to 4. Let's look at fifth question first. We'll come to fourth afterwards. 6x equal to 12. So now there is no sign between 6 and x. So there is multiplication. So as in the third question, addition became subtraction here, plus 2 became minus 2. In the first question, what was the first question? I will again write it down here. First question was x minus 2 equal to 7. So what we did here, we took this 2 to other side and this subtraction, that is minus 2, became plus 2. That is subtraction became addition. In the third question, addition became subtraction. So now the multiplication becomes division. 6 gets divided. and now we get the answer as x equal to 2. So I think now it will be easy for you to guess what we will be doing in sixth question. This 5 will get to the other side and it was dividing here, so it is going to go to the other side and multiply. So t is equal to 50. We get the answer. Let's see another question, question number 7. I will be coming to question 4. 2x by 3 is equal to 18. Now we have to find the value of x. What we will do is we will take 3 to the other side. It was dividing here, so it will get become multiplication. 18 3s are 54. Here there is no sign between 2 and x, so that is multiplication is there. So multiply by 2 will become divide by 2 and we'll get the answer as 27. Let's look at another question. Question number 8. 1.6 equal to y divided by 1.5. So here also we have to find the value of y, and 1.5 is dividing that y. So we'll take this 1.5 to other side. Division will become multiplication and we'll get the answer of y. So I'm going to now just multiply 16 and 15. 240. I just have to give the point now, decimal point. How many digits are there after the decimal? 1 and 1. So 2 points. So I am going to give the answer 2.40 here. Let's see the next question. Question number 9. Question 9 is 7x minus 9 is equal to 16. Now what lot of students make mistake is they solve these two terms and get the answer as minus 2x. But these are unlike terms. If it was 7x minus 9x, then it would have been minus 2x, because they are like terms. Both terms are of x. But in the question, first term is of x and the second term is not having x. So they are unlike terms, so they cannot be added or subtracted. So what we do here is we take 9 to the other side. 7x and 16 will remain as they are. They will have the same sign, and this minus 9 will become here plus 9. It becomes addition 7x equal to 25, and now there is multiplication between x and 7, so multiplication becomes division. This is the answer we get. Now let's look at the fourth question, which we had not solved till now. Let's solve the fourth question now. So what is the fourth question? 3 by 7 plus x equal to 17 by 7. It is also a very easy question. Now again, common mistake made by the students, what they do is they take this 7 to the other side and they know that division becomes multiplication. So what they do is they write it as like this. 3 plus x equal to 17 by 7 into 7. They cut this 7 here and they write 3 plus x equal to 17, and in the next step they take it 3 to other side, plus 3 becomes minus, and take it the answer as 14. But here the first step only it was wrong, so the answer is also wrong. What was wrong here? If I take 7 to the other side, this division will become multiplication, but this 7 goes to the other side only if it is dividing the whole term on the left hand side. That means, for example, if it was like this, 3 plus x whole divided by 7, then only this 7 can go to the other side and division will become multiplication. But in this question, that 7 is not dividing the whole term on the left hand side, it is only dividing that 3. So we cannot do like this. So what we can do is we can take this whole term to the other side. So it will become 17 by 7 plus 3 by 7 will become minus 3 by 7, and now we have denominator same. So we will write 17 minus 3. It will become 14 by 7, and we will get the final answer as x equal to 2. Simple question. Let's look at the next example. Have question number 10. Have only 12 questions in the exercise, so the exercise is already coming to an end. First exercise, 14y minus 8 is equal to 13. This minus 8 will go to the other side and it will become plus 8. So what will be the answer on the right side now? 13 plus 8 is 21. There is nothing between 14 and y. So there is multiplication. Multiplication becomes division. And now I am going to divide. 7 2s are 7 3s are. So we get the answer 3 by 2. Question 11 of exercise 2.1. We have to find the value of 6y here. Now the common mistake which is made by many students is they add 17 and 6y and get this answer as 23y equal to 9, and in the next step they multiply this, they divide this 9 by 23. So this step is okay, but this step itself is wrong. So the answer is wrong. We cannot add the unlike terms or subtract the unlike terms. Here it is only 17. There is no variable y here. So we cannot add these two terms. So now what is the next common mistake made by the students? What they do is they take 17 here and they write it as 17 minus 9. What is remaining? 8. And in the next step they write it as 8 by 6 and they make it the simplest form. 2 4s are 8, 2 3s are 6. But this step itself is wrong, so the answer is wrong. So what is wrong in this step? What they do is they take this 17 to the other side of the equal to sign and they have changed the sign of this 9. They have taken 17 to the other side and changed the sign of 9. That is what the mistake is. So what should be done actually? 9 will be as it is because we are not taking 9 to any other side of the equal to. So plus 17, here it is plus 17, it will become minus 17. So it will be minus 8, this is 6y, and in the next step it will be minus 8 divided by 6. 2 3s are 6, 2 4s are 8, so the final answer will be minus 4 by 3. This is going to be the final answer. So next question, last question, this is our last question of the exercise. So let's finish this exercise. 2.1, x by 3 plus 1 is equal to 7 by 15. So first what we will do is, see, we can solve this example by different methods. What we can do is, we can take the denominator as 1 here as there is no denominator, and we can cross multiply this. We can solve the LHS part by doing the cross multiplication. X into 1 will be x, 1x, and it will be 3 1s are 3, and we will multiply the denominators, it will become 3 1s are 3 is equal to 7 by 15. Now again the common mistake made by the student is 3 gets cancelled. What we get is x equal to 7 by 15. So this 3 does not get cancelled here because it is like this, x plus 3 by 3. It cannot be cancelled. If it was x into 3 by 3, then it can be cancelled and we get the answer as x. So if there is positive or negative sign, we cannot cancel the numerator and denominator. So what we should do now, we have x into 1 is x plus 3 1s are 3. In the denominator 3 1s are 3 is equal to 7 upon 15. Now what I do is I take this 3 to that side. It will be x plus 3 equal to 7 upon 15 multiplied by 3. Divide became multiply. 3 1s are 3, 3 5s are 15. Now this 5 will go to this side. It will become multiply to x plus 3. X plus 3 into 5 equal to 7. Now I am going to multiply this bracket by 5. So it will be 5x plus 3 5s are 15 equal to 7. And in the next step, this 15 will go to the other side and its sign is going to change. Not the sign of this 7 here. It will remain as it is. Sign of 15 has to change. It is minus 8 now. And in the next step, this multiplication minus 5, it will get here to the other side and it will become divide. So this is the final answer, minus 8 by 5. We'll solve the same example by another method. Let's see how we can solve the same question by different method. So the last example which we are going to repeat now was x by 3 plus 1 equal to 7 upon 15. What we can do also is we can take this one straight away to the right hand side. 7 by 15 minus 1, and now I am going to cross multiply here. 7 1 is 7. We first have to multiply it by multiplying these two terms only, and then afterwards we multiply these two terms. 15 1 the 15, and in the denominator again multiply the denominators. 15 1 the 15. So what are we getting here now? X by 3 is equal to minus 8 upon 15. Now the 3 will go here and the division will become multiplication after going to the other side. So now 3 1s are 3, 3 5s are 15. Answer is minus 8 upon 5. So we get the same answer whichever method we use.